Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, pan lovers, how are you doing? This is a very special lesson. I am going to teach you verb to set in English language. Maybe you don't know this verb very well. This is a versatile verb. It's a verb which has different meanings in English language. Are you ready to learn this lesson? I am teacher Jasper, and I have good news for you. I have very wonderful news for you. If you want to speak English very better, please try your best to call teacher Jasper. Try your best to call this number or SMS me if you want to speak English very fantastically, very fluently. We have a center which is called Special Modern Language Center that can teach you English very well. We are here to teach you English language very well. We not only teach English, but also we have other languages. We teach other languages. We can teach you Spanish, Chinese, French, Kiswahili, and other languages. Please don't hesitate to call us. We have different programs that can help you know English very better. We have different programs in languages. Dufite programs nyinshi mu ndimi. Nuvuga ngo muze mutugane tubigishe Icyongereza n'izindi ndimi neza cyane. Good. The school or the center is called Special Modern Language Center. Nuvuga ngo center yacu kugeza ubu turi gukorera Kimironko. Center yacu yitwa Special Modern Language Center, ishobora kugufasha kuzamura Icyongereza cyawe ndetse n'izindi ndimi ushaka kwiga. Good. This is verb to set. Did you know the meaning of verb to set? Ese verb to set wari uyizi? Ese verb to set uzi icyo set bivuze? Tugiye kureba different meanings of verb to set. This verb is versatile. Versatile bivuze iki? Versatile verb ni verb ifite ubusobanuro bwinshi, yifashishwa mu busobanuro bugiye butandukanye. Good. Ikoreshwa muri situations zitandukanye. Good. But before teaching you this verb to set, I would like to show you our today's word, which is rigid. Do you know something that is rigid? Something that is rigid is something that is not flexible. Ikintu kitari flexible, ikintu kitamoving, fixed. Something that is fixed is rigid. Rigid, do you know rigid materials? Rigid materials ni ibikoresho byose bidashobora kumuvinga. For example, if you have rigid stick, rigid stick ni inkoni udashobora kugonda cyangwa se ube wayimuvinga cyangwa se iri fixed udashobora kugonda. If you have rigid opinions or rigid ideas, ni ibitekerezo biri fixed, biri aho ngaho, bitari flexible. You don't have flexible ideas. So something that is rigid, it's something that is not movable. Ikintu kitari movable, moving, ikintu kitari flexible. For example, this table, ubu nuvuga ngo aya meza ndi kureba hano, aya meza are rigid kubera yuko udashobora kuyagira gute kuyamodifia. You can't modify this table. That is rigid. Good. Something that is rigid ni ikintu kidashobora kuba kitari flexible. Udashobora kugonda uko wishakiye cyangwa se gukoresha mu buryo wishakiye. Good. That is it. So this is verb to set. The first meaning of verb to set is to place something in a specific position. To put or to place something in a specific position. That is to set. Gushyira ikintu ahantu runaka. Shobora kukubwira nti, please set that vase on the table. Set the vase on the table. Shira ivaze ku meza. Gushyira ikintu ahantu. That is to set. I am going to set cups on the table. Bivuze iki? Ngiye gushyira ibikombe ku meza. That is to set. To set is to put or arrange something on a specific position. Is to put or to place something in a specific position. Fantastic. For example, you can say, she set the vase on the table yesterday. ejo yashyize ivaze ku meza. That is it. Good. Or she set the vase, or she set the cup on the table. Good. To set, number two, this is number two, is to determine rules, goals, or targets. To set means to determine rules, goals, or targets. Gushyiraho intego runaka, amategeko runaka. Icyo gihe you are setting. To set the rules. Ushobora kuvuga uti, let us set the rules of our school. Mureke dushyireho amategeko n'amabwiriza y'ishuri ryacu. That is to set the rules. To set the target. Ni ugushyiraho intego ugomba kugenderaho. You are setting the target at that time. For example, you can say, I am going to set the target. Ngiye gushyiraho intego. I'm going to set the goals or rules. To set. Number three here. To set means to arrange or organize. To arrange or organize. To arrange bivuze iki? Gushyira ku murongo. Cyangwa se kuorganize ikintu runaka. Gushyira ikintu ku murongo, you are setting that time. For example, you can say, she set the table before the dinner. To prepare, to arrange, to organize is to set. She set the table before the dinner. Bivuze iki? Bivuze ngo yagize ate, yateguye ameza mbere yuko dufata ibya nimugoroba. Please, can you go and set the table before the visitors or guests arrive? Wagenda ugategura ameza mbere yuko abashyitsi bahagera. Oh, my teacher, I am going to set the table before starting to eat. Teacher, ngiye gutegura ameza. My brother, let me set the table before my father arrives. Reka mbanze cyangwa reka tubanze tugire gute dutegura ameza mbere yuko papa aza. That is to set the table. We are setting the table. Umuntu nakubwira ngo we are setting the table, icyo gihe abakubwiye ko ari bari gutegura iki ameza. To disappear as it moves downward. If something sets, it disappears as it moves downward. Nuvuga ngo kurenga kw'ikintu, kuba ikintu wakibura mu gihe kiri kumanuka kijya hasi kirenga. That is setting. For example, we use this when you are talking about the sun. Yo turi kuvuga izuba. The sun always sets in the west. The sun always sets in the west. Bivuze iki? Izuba iteka rirengera iburengerazuba. Kurenga kw'ikintu rero, kuba ikintu cyabaye disappeared. Okay? Icyo gihe tuzakoresha verb to set. Kurenga kwacyo. Cyane cyane nk'izuba dukoresha niyo mpamvu tugira sunset. Sunset ni ukurenga kw'izuba. Sunrise ni ukurasa kw'izuba. So when you say the sun always sets in the west, niyo mpamvu ngo izuba iteka rirengera iburengerazuba. Good. To assign or give a task. When you give someone a task, or when you assign someone with the task, that time you are setting that task. For example, you can set a homework. Ushobora gusettinga cyangwa se gutegura umukoro abanyeshuri bakawukora. I am setting the homework for my students. Ndi gutegura umukoro ku banyeshuri banjye. That is to set. The teacher set the homework for his students yesterday. The teacher set homework for his students yesterday. Umunyeshuri, umwarimu ejo hashize yateguriye abanyeshuri be umukoro. Good. The teacher set homework for his students yesterday. Mwarimu yateguriye abanyeshuri be umukoro ejo hashize. That is to set. Number 6. To set means to become fixed or rigid. Twabonye ko rigid bivuze ikintu kiri flexible. When you set something, to set means to become fixed or rigid. Bivuze iki? Kuba ikintu cyagoma kuba kiri muri position iri fixed, kita moving. That time you will use verb to set. The glue will set in a few minutes. Yubwiye umuntu ngo the glue. Do you know super glue? Glue wabwita nk'ubujeni mu Kinyarwanda. Ibintu byose byafata byamatira ahantu tuzabyita glue. So you can say the glue will set in a few minutes. Niyo vuga ngo ubwo bujeni buraza gufata mu minota mike. Buraza gufata, buraza kuba fixed, buraza kuba rigid, kuba moving mu minota mike. Ushobora kuba uri wafixinze cyangwa wastickinze ibintu bibiri, wabimatanishije, none umuntu akakubwira ati please wait, the glue will set in a few minutes. Ubwo buje ni cyangwa se ibyo bintu wafatanyije biraza kugira gute gufatana mu minota mike. That is to set. Good. To prepare a device or a system. That is to set also. Please set this washing machine. Iyo noneho uri gutegura cyangwa se gushyira ikintu ku murongo. Cyane cyane nk'isaha, uri gushyira isaha ku gihe cyangwa se imashini ifura, ugiye gukanda buto kugira ngo igire ibyo ikora. That time you are setting that washing machine. That is to set. For example, you can say, set your watch. Please, you can set your watch. To set the watch means gushyira isaha ku gihe. Cyangwa se a device, igikoresho cyose kiri electronic, kugishyira ku gihe cyangwa se kugishyira ku murongo. That is to set. For example, you can say, please set this washing machine. Gerageza iyi mashini ifura uyishyire ku murongo. That is to set. Good. To place or arrange in groups. No gushyira ibintu noneho biri mu matsinda, kugenda ubishyira ku murongo biri mu matsinda. You are setting. For example, they set the books according to their size. They set the books according to their size. Bashyize ibitabo ku murongo bagendeye ku ngano zabyo. That is to set. They set the books according to their size. You should understand the usage of verb to set in English language. We have seen verb to set in different ways. The first way, to set means to place something in a specific position. The second way to use set is to determine rules, goals, or targets. The third way of using verb to set is to arrange or to organize something. That is to set. The fourth way of using verb to set is to disappear as something moves downwards. This is the fifth way of using verb to set, to assign or give a task. The sixth way of using verb to set is to become fixed or rigid. The seventh way of using verb to set is to prepare a device or a system. The last but not the least of the meaning of verb to set is to place or arrange in groups. Did you understand? Have you got the meaning of verb to set in English language? This is part 1. We will give you part 2 of verb to set. You should know this because this is going to help you increase your vocabulary. You are going to develop. You are going to improve your English vocabulary. We are here to support you so that you can have a lot of vocabulary in English language. I am teacher Jasper. We are together for the next lessons. See you next time.